Hello YouTube, it's your boy B3 back another kicking vlog video. Yes, we have done many vlogs, many of which about the upcoming Japanese Godzilla Cinematic Universe and also the American Godzilla Cinematic Universe, the MonsterVerse, yes. And today we are talking about the MonsterVerse a bit more, specifically the future of the MonsterVerse. Now, for a while, it was unclear whether the MonsterVerse would end after Godzilla vs. Kong. Because there wasn't much talk about beyond it, and there were some contractual things as well. For instance, Toho can't release a Godzilla film any year that Legendary releases a Godzilla film. One, because it's bad financially to do that for both sides, and two, because they kind of gave Legendary more power than they maybe should have, because they thought they were never going to make another Godzilla movie again, so they were like, screw it, just let Legendary do it. But then Legendaries did so well that Japan was like, screw it, we gotta make our own. And then Japan said they wanted to make a new Godzilla Cinematic Universe with a new Godzilla movie every year, and also movies for other monsters and spin-offs and stuff. Well, that would be weird, because you couldn't release a Godzilla movie every year if Legendary was releasing them, so it seemed like the MonsterVerse would just end after Godzilla vs. Kong. But now it doesn't seem that way, because Legendary says they're very interested in making many more Godzilla movies. Because the first one did well, Kong Skull Island did well. The first one did pretty damn well, I think. And then this one is set to do pretty well also. I mean, I was in the theater to see Avengers Endgame, and several ads played before Avengers Endgame, several trailers. In the first, 3 trailers that played, the audience just sat silent. And then the Godzilla King of the Monsters trailer played, and everyone was like, oh, we gotta go see that! So that trailer got a big reaction. So, there's a market for it, you know? Monsters are popular right now. And giant monsters make it even better. So, how would the MonsterVerse go about, and how should the MonsterVerse go about, if they're going to keep making movies? Well, I think they already have a good start. They don't release movies very quickly. They give you time between each film, time to see every movie before the next one. Unlike Marvel, which had Captain Marvel and Avengers Endgame in theater at the same time, and not all of us can afford to go to the theater all the time because we have other hobbies and bills and etc. And also, going to the theater requires a lot of time, and there's not one near me. I have to drive an hour to go, and I couldn't see Captain Marvel before Endgame. But I read a lot of her comics, so it's fine. Or at least I used to. So I just went off on a rant there. And then, also, so far, they're releasing good movies, unlike DC, which is also pretty cool. And they're also taking time to build their universe, unlike DC. Marvel has some bad movies, too. I'm not just being a dick. They're taking a lot of time to build this universe. I mean, the first movie was in 2014, the second in 2017, Kong Skull Island, the third in 2019, and then one in 2020. That's pretty well spaced. That's very well spaced. Almost a little too well spaced. Been waiting a long time for this new Godzilla movie. But, if the MonsterVerse is going to continue, I think we need another Kong film, which I'm going to vlog about on its own. We definitely need another Kong film, unless, of course, he dies in Godzilla vs. Kong, but I feel like his marquee value is too high to kill him off, you know? He'll probably be the director said there will be a definite winner, and I'm expecting Godzilla to be the definite winner, but yeah, no. I'm expecting Godzilla to win. But I think Kong should have another movie, and I'll talk about that in the next vlog. And I think other monsters should have spin-off films as well. Once again, at the time of recording this, Godzilla King of the Monsters is not in theaters, but if Rodan and Mothra survive, they could both easily carry spin-off films. Easily carry spin-off films. How do I know this? Because they've both had solo films before. Rodan's first appearance was a solo film in 1956, and it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Mothra, her first appearance was technically a novel, but her first movie was a solo movie, and she has 3 other solo movies after that, her own Heisei trilogy. So that's also pretty rad. We know these characters can carry solo films because they've done it before. So Rodan, Mothra could easily do it. And then there are so many other things. You could do a Monarch solo film, just about Monarch, with a mech fighting monsters. What mech would be good for that? Probably Mechagodzilla, am I right? Or a Mogera, or anything like that. You know? They could bring new Toho monsters into the MonsterVerse. They could create some of their own monsters. I think that would be the coolest thing to do. If they create some of their own monsters, then they aren't really tied down by Toho. You know what I mean? They aren't really tied down by Toho if they create some of their own monsters. I think that would just be a very smart thing to do. I mean, the Toho pretty much had little to no say over what they did with the Mutos or the Skullcrawlers. So, well, Toho obviously didn't have any say over the Skullcrawlers because Kong is not owned by Toho. But you know what I'm getting at. Kong's ownership kind of drifts. There's kind of a problem with that. That could be a vlog in itself. But there's so much you could do. I've talked about monsters like Gorosaurus. I even did a vlog about Gorosaurus, about how he could easily carry a solo film himself, very Last Dinosaur style. And they're kaiju, you know? I think they should get creative with each movie. Each movie should be different. But I'd like, you know what I would really like to see is Rodan fight another flying kaiju like himself, a nice aerial battle. We'll probably get that with Ghidorah. Trailers make it seem like we'll get that with Ghidorah. But imagine how much bigger the aerial battle could be if he was his own solo film, right? And Mothra could fight Batra, dude. Ooh! Batra needs a comeback ASAP. Which I think I didn't vlog about Batra making a comeback. I vlogged about how Batra makes sense, even though fans think it doesn't. Yeah, I've done a lot of these vlogs. You can check out our vlog playlist to see some more of these. But that's it. I think in order for the MonsterVerse to survive, we need another Kong solo film, more Godzilla films, of course, solo films for other monsters, and more original monsters that Legendary can have more creative say with. So that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the links in the description below, Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I will be seeing you all later.